the thought that kept going in my mind was, no one in this world loves me enough to spend Thanksgiving with me. Depression is really hard. You always feel like you're alone and that you're by yourself and no one's going through what you're going through. And of course it's not true, but in that moment, that's all you can think about. My mother was older. She was in her 50s by the time she had adopted me. She was retired. She didn't work. She had already had 4 kids by the time she had adopted my brother and I. I knew logically that my mom was my real mother, but as far as it didn't affect anything as far as how I felt for her or just how I grew up, like it just, just felt as normal as could be. I believe my mom started having health issues when I was 12 years old. And she was diagnosed with breast cancer when I was about 13. The day that she went into the hospital, I expected her to come back home again like she always did. And when she didn't, that's when things kind of got bad for me, I guess you could say. And then my mom passed away, and I realized the only family I had was her. I'm the youngest out of 6 siblings. My oldest sibling is about in their 50s, and they completely abandoned me in a sense. And I realized that they did that because they didn't see me as family in terms of how I saw them as family. After I decided to leave home, I house hopped. I was babysitting for a neighbor at that time, and I told her that I needed someplace to stay until I was able to get on my feet. And she let me stay with her for a little while. I'm a senior in high school, and here I am sleeping on somebody's couch that I barely know. And so at that point, I needed to try to figure out how to go from, okay, this happened, kind of get over it, and move on to trying to get back in school and live on my own and figure out what I need to do. You know that saying, you don't know what you had till you lost it? I kind of understood that then. Like, when she passed away, I just realized how much I lost with her. Like, not only did I lose financial support, but I also lost just support in general. Like, the smallest things that you wouldn't think, you take it for granted, wouldn't be, was an issue for me. I remember when I was, the first day of college, everyone drives up to move in. For me, that's the hardest thing in the world to do because I didn't have anyone to drive me to school. I didn't have anyone to help me pack up. I had to buy everything from my college dorm. I remember the holidays last year was incredibly difficult. My mom had passed away around Thanksgiving. And I pretty much stayed on campus by myself for the entire break. And it was really depressing because the thought that kept going in my mind was, no one in this world loves me enough to spend Thanksgiving with me. No one in the world loves me enough to come pick me up or say, how are you doing, to call me, check up on me. And I'm seeing people go home for the holidays, or people's parents come and pick them up, or people's parents come call them or send them gifts in the mail. And I didn't have that. Like, my world was completely different from my peers. Like, I just really dawned upon me that I'm a college student with no parents and no family, no support. This year is different though. This year has been beautiful compared to last year, and just like this year I've managed to organize a little thing with students who stay on campus who weren't able to go home for Thanksgiving. We had like a little Thanksgiving meal, and I think it was more for me than it was for them, but just to see them, the happiness on their face, and just see them that they enjoyed it. I feel like things are different for me now. I feel like I have a chance at a normal life. Even though I have barriers, I know it's gonna be hard for me. I know that I can overcome them because I've done it before. And I know I can do it again.